That's a good picture. Oh, that's video. Hang on.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, video.
Hey. There, right here.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it's aluminum 6-liter. Yeah, definitely. Well, hello. We're coming to you, maybe not live, but we are coming to you from a junkyard here in Houston, where I'm trying to find out where this truck was wrecked. Where was it wrecked? It's definitely got some interesting things going on. Yeah. He saw this thing yesterday grabbing some Dakota parts, and we decided, well, to pick your part. Oh, it may have been wrecked there. Well, I know it's missing a control arm, or at least the control arm's been unbolted, but I don't know why. Well, anyways, we're going to try to see if we can't get a wrench on the crank, spin it over, see what happens there, and if it spins over well, we'll get this started to pulling this thing out. 24 millimeter socket on that crank, and Greg's going to try to spin it over and see what we're working with. So, see what comes down there. It's not in the you're spinning the wrong way.
Oh. I wish we had the pry bar.
Oh, the jack handle. There it goes. It's spinning. Oh yeah. I hear some compression. Some things are doing things that they're supposed to do. Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. It's easy, tight.
Yeah, I'm hearing the valves open and everything. I think we're good. Excellent. So, let's get to trying to take this thing apart so we can get to some stuff.
It spins.
Well, we're making progress. We have got the core support fender out the way, and plus this is a hyper, or a what do you call it, hybrid? So it has all this high voltage wire, and we pulled this big old thing out the way. Where'd you put that thing?
In the passenger
seat. Big old controller for the hybrid drive. That thing is heavy, and we're kind of decluttering now to get the rest of this stuff out the way so we can get to a bunch of things like the converter bolts down there, which I should be able to get to. And Greg, you'll be able to rotate that motor over, and then yeah. Now, this is like the cooling for it, so I guess it uses AC to cool that thing. Wow.
Yeah. Cool, the module.
Are we gonna be able to get to the converter bolts, to the bell housing bolts? I think so. There's one, there's two. I can get to those two, and then there's not one up here usually. 1, 2, and there's some trans stuff. Yeah. Alright, we've been after it. Probably, what, 45 minutes now?
Maybe about an hour.
Maybe an hour. Pulled all the front off. I got converter bolts out. Most of the bell housing bolts out. Greg's got 2 more to get. And then this guy's coming out. I'm hoping he can get to that last one on the other side. It's got a funny transmission, but look at all this. These are all high power lines. And it goes into that box like I showed you guys earlier. It's crazy. 300 volts it says on that deal. And the AC is plugged into the, it's like got coolant lines that run into the AC compressor somehow. It's kind of crazy. But all we care about is this aluminum motor right here, which we were putting in some work to get, but it's going to be worth it. Because somehow we've got an aluminum 5.3, aluminum 6.2, and this will be an aluminum 6 liter. You might need a 13 if there's a bracket on that one. I don't know what's going on over there, but Greg's got the last bell housing bolt coming out. Come back a little bit. There you go. So that guy said he had a Ranchero that pulled the wheels off the ground with his 302.
Pink slips.
Yeah, race before. We had a visitor, and he
Took his car
he told us that he wouldn't. Yeah, he'd never run an aluminum motor because they warp. He wouldn't want to do that, and he'd rather have a steel motor because he put a 302 in his Ranchero, and he would outrun Z28s. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just wasting our time on this guy. But the good news is I think Greg just got the last bell housing bolt out. Nice.
Is that it?
Alright, that's it. Other than the motor mount, so let's go get one of those cranes. And yeah. Okay, no chain, so we have to use a strap and then a body mount washer and then a bolt and then the strap ends, and it's going good. We're almost out. I'm just taking this AC thing, compressor deal, high voltage deal off. Well, let's go up. And that's what we want to see. Right there. Right there. Alright, we're going to get this thing out of here and get it loaded in the truck, and we'll go over it when we get home. Oh, that's a good picture. Oh, that's video. Hang on.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, video.
Hey. Yeah, right here.
Well, there we go. As y'all can tell, or hopefully you can tell, this is an aluminum block 6.0 6 liter, and I believe they call it an LFA. We pulled it out of a hybrid 2008 Tahoe. Believe it or not, they put LS's in those things, and they were aluminum. From what we're reading, this is very, very similar to an LS2. 243 heads. See if I can find a casting number. That's the other side. Here we go, 243. So, we got 243 back here too, probably. Yep. 243 head, 6 liter, Gen 4.
6.0 right here.
And yeah, I showed that. And yeah, we pulled it out of the junkyard for about $455 because there's a core charge of $75. So without that core charge, it would have been $375. So worth it. Absolutely worth it. These things are going on Marketplace right now for about $1,500 to $2,000. And this will probably land in this. Not for a little while, because the 5.3 is running pretty good. And we're about to start the nitrous on it, and we want to kind of get to some goals there. But this will probably have a whirly bird right here that forces air into an intercooler, into another to out, and then into this thing, and hopefully make about 1,000 horsepower. So that will be the plan. We're pretty stoked, It was a great find. Greg, stumbled upon it yesterday when he was buying, actually, these door panels in the back of the truck. He was buying some other things for his old his old commuter car, and then he found these, which are beautiful door panels. And if you look at my door panels in my truck, I have painted them, and that paint is flaking off. Just didn't work out too well, and now I have a fix for it. So he walked by that Tahoe, right?
Tahoe.
Yeah, and said, "Holy crap, that's an aluminum 6-liter." It was the very first vehicle that you can access in the whole junkyard. So it was right next to the counter where everything is at, and it was just perfect pickings. So this does have DOD, which is the displacement on demand, which means it cuts off cylinders. So this will have to be deleted. And it also has VVT, which is a variable cam timing, which is what you see here. So that stuff has to be deleted, and we will delete that. What are you pulling off there? Just the grounds and stuff. Did you already look under the valve covers?
On this one.
On this one?
On this side only.
If we can, well, those are a little tight, but how'd it look? Pretty good.
Yeah, it looked alright. Good.
Little dirty, huh? Well, we did turn this thing over, and you can hear all the valves closing on all the intake ports. It is a cathedral motor, but it is a Gen 4, and yeah, we got some more power coming for the Dakota. Now, this motor. Well, let's start here. This motor, being an LM7 5.3 iron motor, early LS. This is a Gen 3 motor with a Gen 4 intake on it. This came with about 285 horsepower stock. Obviously, we're pushing a lot more than that. Probably about 400 crank horsepower for what we're running with the weight and everything else. That's what it comes out to. This engine is 332 horsepower. So it's already a 4G, almost 50 horsepower more than this from the factory, plus about 40 more foot-pounds of torque. This was like right at 325. This is like 360 something off the go. So we're onto something. This is gonna be something worth having. Obviously, we got to put a cage in the truck. We've got to do some other things to it. Hopefully, I'm going to paint it here soon. Greg just got the valve cover off. Let's take a peek. Not bad. A little colored. Little
miles.
Yeah. I'll turn the,
Miles.
I'm not too concerned about that. That looks pretty darn good to me.
Yeah, that means the rings are gapped.
Yeah. The rings are gapped for boost already. You may not even have to do anything. Those look pretty good. Those are the Gen 4 rockers. So at least we know that those haven't been touched. But yeah, we're making moves. We'll go ahead and see what this side looks like. One of the sides always looks better than the other because of the way that the PVC system works, even though there's not really a PVC system, but you'll get it here. So we hit a quick problem. It stopped rotating. We think there's a piece of glass in the cylinder head from the windshield because there's pieces all over. And, well, that's not ideal. We don't know why that would have happened. So it turned over before because we were able to get all the converter bolts out. No problem. We pulled all the spark plugs out, and now we have a problem. So it's like we don't know what's going on. Alright. Let's pull cylinder head off. Here we go. There, bolt found down in there. That's what was wrong. This bolt right here.
There's glass right here.
And there's glass right there, yeah. Okay. I bet it'll turn over now. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Piece of glass fell down in there, which is not ideal because that shit is pretty abrasive. But
clean it out.
Looks pretty good. There's not much of a ridge.
There's a little bit of water in this.
A little water in this side. That makes sense. Not anymore. Yeah, there's usually one.
Head gasket's been replaced.
Yeah, that's a aftermarket MLS head gasket. There's not one on this side. Well, it's probably on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So the head gaskets have been replaced, it looks like. We'll throw these guys over here. But other than that, there's always one piston that's going to have the valves open, which should be susceptible, unfortunately, to some water. Yeah. And that's what we had there. But overall, man, it's like glass, dude. Feel that thing.
Yeah, there was like,
yeah. Yep. So we had a piece of glass that fall down in there.
Aren't bad.
These are protected.
No, it's just a little bit of water. Probably.
Yep.
Maybe it had a head gasket and it leaked. Oh yeah, that's just sludge.
No, that's just from the valve being open.
Yeah.
This, as is, almost. Obviously, you got to delete a couple things, put a camshaft in it, good set of heads, and some valve springs on it. But this power plant is capable of making 900 horsepower pretty reliably and simply. So we've got something. We've got something. And yeah, what a score. So they don't. Yeah, it doesn't smell burnt. It smells like, it looks like it's been maintained pretty well. And I'm excited. I don't know. I'm very excited. So that's going to be it for this one. Quick video, just us pulling a motor out of a junkyard, which we've actually never done before. That was our first time, right?
Yeah, that was the first time pulling a motor.
Yep. Yeah, so we have now, we're starting a collection of these things. We have a iron 4.8, aluminum 6.2. We've got an aluminum 5.3 at a storage not too far from here. We got an iron 5.3 in the Dakota that you guys already know. And now we have an aluminum 6 liter. So we've kind of got the gamut of all the LS engines other than the like Corvettes and F-body engines, which is pretty damn neat. Ooh, that was a little loose there.
Yeah, that one was loose.
Really loose. Interesting. I don't know.
The lifter.
Could lift it because it could be pumped down. So, but yeah, we're gonna call it there. So, thanks for coming to our little junkyard adventure. We do a lot of different things on the channel. So if you're new, please consider subscribing and hanging out with us. If you're already subscribed, you guys are awesome as always. Thank you very much. And we're gonna put this thing up, and I'm probably gonna clean up the shop tomorrow because it's a mess. It's a big old mess. So I gotta do something about that. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at The Racer X Garage, and we'll see you next time. Until next time, y'all be good.